Does your website need more traffic? Well, visit overflowcafe.com today. They make websites popular, and over 41,000 people use their service to gain more customers. They are winning at business. What about you? Visit overflowcafe.com today.
Hi, this is your girl T with Rockefeller's Barbershop, located at 1733 Babcock in San Antonio, Texas. Whether you're looking for a haircut, a shave, braids, dreads, weaves, color, we do it all here at Rockefeller's. You can hit me up at 210-884-9046. That's for call or text. And on Facebook and Instagram at Takesha Williams. That's TAKESHIA Williams. And you're listening to us now on I Am Refocused podcast on iHeartRadio.
You are listening to I Am Refocused podcast special edition with your host, Shemaya Reed. This podcast is designed to inspire you to live your purpose and regain your focus. Now, let's tune in into today's podcast.
This is I Am Refocused podcast, and today we have an awesome show lined up for y'all. Before we get started, I want to give a big shout out to our sponsors. On top of the list, Rico Rodriguez of Rockefeller's Barbershop, Miss Kim of River City Donuts, Baby McClinton of All Sports Speed and Conditioning, D.W. Brooks Freedom Home, and last but not least, we want to give an awesome shout out to overflowcafe.com. And to today's guest, we have Miss Janelle Nucum. She is a awesome music artist, and she has a new single out. And before we get started, I just want to welcome to the show. How are you doing today?
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for being on here. And you are a singer, songwriter, musician, actress, model. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Who inspired you to do music, and tell us a little bit about your new project.
Yes, well, I'm 15, and yeah, I'm a singer, songwriter, actress, and model. I come from a family of everyone who's really passionate for music. Everyone in my family loves music, so that really inspired me when I was little. And when I was 2 years old, when I learned how to talk, I learned how to sing. And so I always sang, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Stars and the alphabet song. And I would sing and act in front of the mirror and in front of my family, because my family's very passionate about music. And so they inspired me. And when I realized that I really wanted to do this, I started doing singing, acting, and modeling classes at 8. And now I just released my debut single, and it's been great. And yeah.
And tell us a little bit about this single called Pages. Tell us a little bit about that song.
Yeah, Pages is a song that I hope everyone of all ages can relate to. It's about wanting to make something of yourself and wanting to not be a random face in the yearbook. I hope it inspires people to reach for their dreams and be what they want to be and strive to be the best that they can be. And because everyone has goals in their life and everyone has been a part of the yearbook, and I just hope that this song inspires people to achieve their dreams, and it motivates them.
And at such a young age, you're doing a lot of great stuff. I mean, TV commercials to, productions, live productions. How has it been so far on your journey in this, as a music artist in the music industry? How has it been for you so far?
Yeah, I've been doing it since I was 8 years old. So I have a lot of experience, but I'm also still adding on to my experience since I am still so young. But I've been auditioning since I was 8, and I just keep going. I just do audition for really anything, and it's been going really well since I've been doing this since I was little. So I'm used to it by now.
And what's your favorite process? Is it when you're in the studio recording your vocals, or is it when you're out meeting your fans? What's your favorite process so far?
I've loved being in the studio. I love recording the song. I love bringing what I've written to life. I love hearing it, when we're building it up in the studio and then you hear the final product. I love that. I just love being in the studio. It's my favorite place.
And if you can work with anybody anywhere and they're ready to call you in the next 24 hours, who would you want to work with and why?
Well, I would love to work with Adele because she has been my musical inspiration since I was 8 years old. And I actually sang one of my first recitals, I sang Rolling in the Deep by her. And she has been my musical inspiration, and I just love how she can command the stage with her powerful voice. I would love to work with her, as well as Ed Sheeran, because I would love to write a song with him.
If you can also perform anywhere in the world, where would you like to perform one day?
The Staples Center and the Golden One Center in Sacramento, because that was where I watched my first concert, and it would just be like a full circle performing there, as me performing.
And when you are obviously around your parents who are watching you grow up so fast, what's some of the favorite things you'd like to see them experience as you're growing this music industry at such a young age?
Of course, yeah, I would love to just make my parents proud. That's my main, I just want my mom and dad to know that all their hard work that has been put into me trying to achieve my dreams, I want them to know that it was all worth it. And I want to give all the hard work they've done back to them, because I owe it all to them. And without their love and support, I would not be doing what I'm doing right now. So I just hope that through my career, I can give back to my parents in whatever way possible.
And just now tuning in, we are talking to the music artist Janelle Nucum. And also, Janelle, tell us a little bit about just school, education. You know, that's another situation that is going down with you as you're exploring your music career. How is it working with your education?
School is always my main priority. I just finished my freshman year of high school, and I'm going into sophomore year. I make sure to do my engagements with singing and acting after school and on weekdays and during the weekends. And I make sure to manage my time wisely to make sure I can accomplish everything that is on my schedule. And despite my busy schedule, I still manage to maintain my 4.0 GPA. And I owe it all to my mom, because she really makes sure that I accomplish everything school-wise before I do anything music-wise in my career, because that school is still my main priority.
I definitely want to notice you did say 4.0. That's pretty awesome. That's amazing for you to have that kind of success, both musically and education. Now, when it comes to artists out there who may like to one day do what you do, what some words of wisdom do you have with your experience thus far as a music artist?
I would just say work hard and never give up. It might sound cliche or corny, but it's true. Nothing happens overnight. And if you're passionate about what you do and you persevere and your determination and your drive, you can accomplish anything you set your mind to. You just strive to be the best at what you want to do, and you're going to get so many no's before you get a yes, and you just have to believe in yourself and believe that you can do it and that you can accomplish your dreams, and use the no's that you received as a motivation to be better.
When it comes to you performing, you're on the stage, you got the microphone in your hand, what's the one thing that you want the audience to be able to take with them after they experience your music?
I make sure that the audience feels what I'm singing as well, because whenever I sing, I go into a different world, and I feel the song. So I really hope that the audience can feel the emotion through the song as well, and that they can really feel the emotion that's going through the song when I'm singing it. I hope that I can touch them in that way and that they can relate to it.
Before we wrap this show up, you said all this great stuff with school and being a 4.0 student and still on the grind in music. What's your favorite subject in school?
My favorite subject is English, because I love writing, which really works out with my songwriting, because I feel that songwriting is really just telling your story and telling what you really feel and desire. And so English is my favorite subject because I love to write, and I love I love reading as well. I love to read. If I have any free time, you'll mostly see me in my bed with a good book. Like I love writing essays, and I love reading and writing. Yeah.
And just before we wrap up this interview, what is your short-term goals between 3-6 months from now?
I hope that Pages is heard by a lot more people because, as I said before, I feel like this is a song that everyone can relate to, and everyone it can motivate people and it can inspire people. And so that I hope my single Pages does well, and it reaches a lot more people, and that a lot more people can say that they can relate to it.
And speaking of just inspiring people, how do you define success in your own terms?
Success in my own terms is, it's not about, the money or anything like that. It's really that the success you find within yourself, that you know that you did your best, and you know that you were determined and you worked hard. And if you are at a place where you feel that you've done everything possible, and you feel that something good has come out of it, that's how I define success.
And also, you mentioned how involved your parents are, and I'm sure your whole family loves music. And if you could, what's the household like? Do you guys do karaoke's every now and then, or you guys watch America's Got Talent, American Idol, those competition shows? How's it like music-wise in your family?
Oh, yes, we're Filipinos, so there's no party without karaoke. Karaoke is the necessity for a Filipino party. And my aunts and uncle were in a band before, like back in their days, and they were vocalists and they were drummers and they played the keyboard. They're very involved in music. So my whole family, we're all passionate for music, which I love, so that I can share the love I have for music with them as well.
And who would you like to give some shout outs to?
I would love to give a shout out to my mom and dad, of course, and my whole family, all my aunties, and because of how much support they've given me throughout this journey. It's my first time, and they've been so incredibly supportive, and I just want to let them know that I hope that I make them proud, and thank you for everything.
That's
I'll
awesome.
also shout out to Storm Central, which is my record label, and Tiffany Gaines for being so incredible with this journey and being so great with this, because it's my first time and she's guided us through the process.
And before we let you go, what some words of wisdom do you have for just people out there? There's so much that goes on in the world, and we have amazing people like you who create art that people can relate to. When, music, it really inspires people when you're in some tough times, some tough spots. Let's take the last few minutes and just, what's some words of wisdom you give out to the audience out there?
I really just want them to know that with perseverance, persistence, determination, and their drive, that they can accomplish anything they set their mind to. And it doesn't have to be in the entertainment industry. Like, if you want to be a great doctor or a great lawyer or a great engineer, anything like that, if you believe that you can do it, and if you are driven and persistent with it, then you can accomplish anything you set your mind to. And I feel that in this day and age, you really want people to spread positivity and just be free as artists, and just inspire people with whatever you're doing. And I feel that if you can dream it, you can do it.
That's very true. And when it also comes to applying your work ethic to those dreams, because setting goals is part of the process, but also having good habits is also part of the process. How do you create good habits and surround yourself with the right people? What was some of the things that you do to actually take those action steps?
The way my parents raised me, they have raised me to be kind to other people and to respect others, and they've just given me so many values that I believe in and I believe that this world needs. And I just owe it all to them and how they've raised me to be the person I am.
So Janelle, tell us if you have upcoming events or just new attractions coming soon on your calendar. How can people stay in touch with you?
I just finished filming my music video for my song Pages. So that'll be out in the upcoming weeks, and I'm really excited for you guys to see it. And also, I'm still writing songs because as a songwriter, the inspiration will never go away. And hopefully you'll hear more from me in the future.
Well, we appreciate you taking your time out on your busy schedule to come on the show, and we just wish you so much success for your already successful track record in the music industry and also as an individual.
Thank you. And also, I also like to give a quick shout out to Justine at Take Two Performer Studio, who is the director of my performing arts school. And because she has been with me since I was 8 years old, and she's been with me through all the process.
Oh, definitely shout out to her. That is awesome for someone to have that kind of commitment. Before we let you go, real quick, talk to the younger out there who may have a dream and they may want to be a singer like you. What's one thing that they can take away before we leave today?
I want them to know that I'm just a girl with big dreams as well. I'm 15 and I have always had a dream. I've always been the girl that's always wanted to be out there. And I know what it feels like. I just want them to know that if you're passionate about what you do and you work hard, you can make your dreams come true. And that dream big and believe in yourself and you can accomplish it. Just like Janelle just said, ladies, dream big. And on that note, we want to end this like we always do every week. Keep God first, stay focused, and peace.